Hey guys, welcome. Give it a few minutes. I don't know if anyone's going to join. I know two of the big guys are on right now, and I just wanted to get on here and try and do a quick video before I went to bed. Gotta get up early in the morning. It's like psychedelic there. So, got some good news today. I got approved so far with Schneider Finance. What's a little better than earlier? Oh, the new device. So I got approved for the well, I got approved to go to the next step with Schneider Financial. Oh, your blood sugar dropped? Did you just eat something? I just got done with my walk and I had some Subway. It just went back up on its own. I'm not sure what you're saying no or yes to. Anyway, sorry. Oh, you ate? Okay, cool. My next step is now to I've got to talk to like a business planner with Schneider. It's a separate company though. I don't know. Basically, they just go over what I plan on, like basically my numbers and stuff. So make sure I understand what I'm getting myself into. That I'm gonna make money and stuff. Yeah, I think she's a YouTuber. Snyder, she's a Snyder girl. Just pulled by. I don't know her name, but anyway. I think she's a YouTuber anyway. Could be just someone that looks like another person. So I got to talk to the business planner, and then I also have to talk to my leasing rep. So I should know something by Thursday as far as whether I'm approved or not. I'm not sure if it's going to happen that same day or not, whether I'm approved. And I'm not sure if it'll be like the following week that I'll go through orientation, but it may be the week after that, which I don't think it's Christmas week. I think it's the week before Christmas. If it's the following week. But if it's next week, that'd be good too, because sooner the better. Got my walk in. Had a little Subway after. Had I don't know. I didn't get a chance to watch my feed from earlier. I know it was cutting out quite a bit, and I'm not sure how much of it came through, but just the guy that was nervous, he ended up coming over and talking to me, and he's like, "Yeah, sure, they give the rookie the hard door, and they give you the easy door." And yeah, he had a rough time getting in there. Yes, I need a shower. I'm probably gonna. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. To be honest, I know my hair is a mess right now. But Yeah, no, he came over and talked to me, and then he was asking me about, I asked him how long he'd been driving. He said 6 months, and then he was talking about snow, and apparently he's never driven in the snow, and that's kind of mind-boggling to me that someone could be brand new and not, or have no experience, and his first experience is going to be winter driving. I did my winter driving with a trainer, so I gave him the few tips that I knew. Just slow down, and if you can, like, if you're on the highway and you can't maintain 45 miles an hour, if you don't feel that's safe, then you should probably park. That's my philosophy, my opinion. So keep taking everything really slow and putting a big cushion around you is my best advice for winter driving. And you got pay attention to what's ahead of you, what's, because that'll be the tell. If you see somebody in front of you that's like losing traction, get ready for you to lose traction too. So and it obviously depends on whether the roads have just been plowed, salted, whatever, and then also how cold it is. If it's just at the freezing point, you're not gonna get like black ice. But if it's like 20 or 15 degrees or lower, then you really have to be vigilant, especially on bridges and areas of road that's always in the shadow. So I just gave him those little nuggets. Yeah. So as I was doing my walk, I was watching this guy, and he was going around thumping his tires, right? And then he thumped his steers. I don't know if that's funny to anyone else, but I mean, you can kind of tell if your steers have air in them, Does a truck react differently in the snow? Yes. It depends on if it's packed or if it's like fresh snow that's like that you're pushing out of the way with it. Because basically, if you're going on the road and there's no pack, it's all fresh snow. It's almost, the snow is almost going to splash out like water. And it'll kind of make you hydroplane a little bit. And obviously, snow is a bunch of ice basically. It's not as slick as like solid ice, but it can be pretty slick. And then when it gets packed, then it becomes more like ice. So there's two different like dangers, one getting in a rut when you have like loosely packed, like I was on this back in my second year. I was thinking I was being smart, and I took a little, because I-40 was closed just before Flagstaff, and I said, well, I can bypass it, just cut down off the back roads. Big mistake. Luckily I didn't get stuck or anything, but the snow was so thick, it was probably a half a foot, at least a half a foot thick, and you can very easily get stuck in that. Or worse, you could drive off the shoulder, because when it's that thick, you really can't tell where the road road ends and the shoulder, you know, when you start getting on the shoulder, then you can get in the ditch really fast. But I was in my rookie mode, and I was thinking, oh, I got to get down to Phoenix. It's so important that I get down there. And let me tell you guys, no load is that important. They can wait, you know, reschedule, you know. I mean, the worst, you know, obviously the worst thing is you could lose your life, but you know, there's so many things that go wrong. It's just like, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it to be on, you know, on time when the weather's that bad. So you actually have an excuse. You can pull over and park, you know, when the weather gets that bad, and it's not going to affect your rating, you know, with the company, you know, because they would much rather you pull over and park and be late for a load and have it rescheduled than do you turn over their truck and cause, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of damage and maybe lose your life. And in my case, I had a you know, a partner that was riding with me, so of course he was experienced, and he was nervous, and I understand his nervousness now. I definitely do. But I was, for it, as dumb as it was, I was being careful. You know, I mean, I wasn't driving crazy. Just I shouldn't have been driving on that road, period, because of the factors I just said. But yeah, the things you really have to worry about in the snow are the bridges. When it gets that, you know, below like 20 degrees, you definitely don't want to have your Jake brake on, or your cruise control, and then you want to, once you get on a bridge, you want to kind of just, you want to float. You want to just let off the gas a little bit and just kind of let the truck go a little bit. You know, you don't want to let all the way off, but you just kind of want to ease up on the gas a little bit, and that way you're not, you know, you're not spinning your drives. And then on curves, you want to, this is kind of always, but especially in the cold weather, you want to slow down before the curve, and then you want to give a slight pull so that your tractor is pulling the trailer and not the trailer pushing the tractor, because the trailer is, a lot of times it's what, 50,000-60,000 pounds. Is that 60,000? Yeah, I think sometimes it can be up to 60,000 with, you know, with the load and everything. And then your tractor's like 18,000, you know. 60,000 would be pretty heavy, but I would say at least like between 40 and 50, unless you have a really light load. But basically, you've got almost 3 times the weight of the tractor trying to push the tractor around, and that's where you get into the jackknife situations, when the trailer wants to go faster than the tractor, and that's why you'd slow down before and you kind of pull through the curve, not with a lot of gas, but just enough to kind of keep so where your tractor is pulling the trailer, not the opposite. Okay, that was my tips for the night, my nuggets. And of course, my philosophy is always, if you have to chain up, unless you're chaining up just to get out of that area, like, you know, so, you know, if you're on top of Donner, you don't really have a choice. There's nowhere to park up there. You have to chain up if you know, if they say put chains on. But like, I'm not gonna drive where if I have to put chains on, if I can help it. That's all for me for tonight. Hope everything's well with you, and and I'm gonna get some sleep and get up and do it all again tomorrow. I've got two phone appointments coming up the next. I got one tomorrow at 3:30 with business people, and then Thursday. So I should know something by Thursday afternoon about my truck. Hey Jenny, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Are you back on the road? You're welcome. All right, well, I'm gonna sign off. Oh, not for a while. Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, appendix? Holy mackerel. Oh, that's a bummer. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Have a good night. Boop.